Timeout, Marshall.
Now it's time for CHS Today. Herb Jones will be 19th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. in the cafeteria taking cap and gown orders. This will be the last in-person visit. Please stop by and order a cap and gown, even if you don't have the money with you. After January 19th, you can only order online.
New French Honor Society members, the deadline to turn in your dues is this Friday. If you have any questions, please see Madam Medina.
There will be an esports interest meeting for the spring season today during SRE in room JA206. There will be a student council meeting during SRE today in Ms. Combs' room W261. And now here's Mr. Russell with your first Russell report of this semester.
Good morning, CHS. This is Mr. Russell for the first Russell report of 2024. Hope everyone had a restful Christmas break and ready to get back to work. A couple things to talk about. One is I want to remind students that we do not come into the buildings during lunch. We eat in the cafeteria, or you can eat in the courtyard. Please throw your trash away. But we cannot come into buildings and be distractful and be unsupervised at any time. So be sure that you're staying where you're supposed to be during lunchtime. That also includes SRE. Also, remember the first 2 weeks, so the rest of this week and next, there technically is no SRE because we haven't got grades yet. So it's technically 8th period. So everyone stays. You stay in your class or wherever you're assigned. And then when you get your grades, that's when SRE is determined and people can leave early that have their grades. So since it's a new semester, be sure you start out strong. Don't fall behind. If you don't like staying for SRE, then work on your grades and keep it above a 64%, and you won't have to stay for SRE. So that's all I got for now. I will see you next week. Take care, CHS.
There will be a fine arts academic team study session during SRE tomorrow in JA201.
Wednesday the 17th, the academics team will have their first meet. It will be an individual virtual meet. All members have to report to the media center Wednesday at 5 p.m. See any of the coaches if you have any questions.
There will be a French club meeting in room JA201 on the 17th during SRE.
On this day in history in 1901, a drilling derrick at Spindletop Hill near Beaumont, Texas, produces an enormous gusher of crude oil, coating the landscape for hundreds of feet and signaling the advent of the American oil industry. The geyser was discovered at over 1,000 feet, or depth over 1,000 feet, flowed at an initial rate of approximately 100,000 barrels a day, and took 9 days to cap. Following the discovery, petroleum, which until that time had been used in the U.S. primarily as a lubricant and in kerosene for lamps, would become the main fuel source for new inventions such as cars and airplanes.
Today in national news, a golden retriever is nursing 3 African painted dog pups at Indiana Zoo after her mother abandoned them. The African painted dog was a first-time mom and wasn't displaying the level of care that was needed. They connected with a golden retriever that just had a litter of pups. The golden retriever was not that successful, and only 3 out of 8 African pups lived.
Communities along the east coast of northern Spain fear an environmental disaster as millions of tiny plastic pellets wash ashore after falling from a ship. Hundreds of volunteers have been working to clean up the spill in the northwest Galicia region. As many as 6 containers were believed to have fallen from the ship into the ocean. Some spectators have called it the white tide. The nurdles can be ingested by animals and then contribute to the plastic pollution in the food chain, including for humans.
It's freezing outside. Will it warm up at all, Brady?
Not really. At 5 p.m., it's going to be cloudy and 33 degrees. At 10 p.m. tonight, still going to be cloudy and 32 degrees. In the morning, guess what? It's still going to be cloudy, but 35 degrees. Moving into our 3-day forecast. Tomorrow, it's going to be sunny and with a high of 40 degrees and a low of 30. Friday, 100% chance of rain with a high of 48 degrees and a low of 24. Saturday, it's going to snow with a high of 27 degrees and a low of 8. That's all for the weather. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Brady.
Now over to Yosef with the sports.
Thanks, guys. There will be a track call-out meeting on Thursday, January 18th during SRE in the lecture hall. Carnesville varsity gymnastics team starts out with the season with 2 wins. Carnesville ended with the meet with 99.8, Newcastle with 94.45, and New Palestine with 99.25. Against New Palestine, Louis Bischoff received 3rd place on vault on bars. Kiera McKinney with 1st place Ainsley Bodwell with second, and Louis Bischoff with third on beam. Louis Bischoff was awarded second place and Bodwell with third. Bodwell also placed second on floor against Newcastle. Louis Bischoff placed third in vault for bars. Kiera McKinney placed first, and Ainsley Bodwell placed second, and Louis Bischoff placed third for beam. Louis Bischoff placed first, and Ainsley Bodwell placed second. Lastly, for floor, Ainsley Bodwell placed first, and Louis Bischoff placed third. The Lady Spartans will next be in action Thursday at Rushville. Sports action for tonight is boys basketball at home against Centerville with JV starting at 6 and varsity starting at 7:30. And boys wrestling at home against Hagerstown at 6. Sports action for tomorrow is co-ed swim and dive at East Central starting at 6. Girls JV basketball at Cambridge City at 6. And gymnastics at Rushville against Rushville and Franklin County starting at 6:30. That's all for sports. I'm back to the desk for birthdays.
Thanks, Joseph. Birthdays for today are Gabriel Casaro and Michael Schmid.
Birthdays for tomorrow are Sarah Graham, Sophia Sutherland, and Parker Thumb. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's Wednesday.
I'm Marshall.
That's all for CHS today.